Hey folks, it's Baron J67 with LV1 Gaming, and we are here at Apex Legends Global Series Split One Playoffs. It's been absolutely crazy, and today we're sitting here with a very special guest, and we are sitting here with
My name is Eric Canavis. I work on Apex Legends.
Nice. Okay, so you guys got to understand, we're sitting with somebody who's truly integral into what's going on today. Now, Mr. Canavis, for our viewers at home, what is it that you do here at Respawn Entertainment?
For sure. I am the Battle Royale systems lead. So all the weapons, all the loot, all the rules of the Battle Royale. So basically, all of the gameplay, moment to moment gameplay that's happening in Apex that isn't legends or maps or events comes through my team. We all work together to try to make the dopest stuff we can, the most fun experiences, improving the game. Yeah, just making it a healthy and fun environment for everybody to play and yeah, kill each other in.
Hey, there you go. So I have to be honest here. So I am completely new
Okay.
to Apex Legends. I think I played like a round when it first launched. But being new to the global series and Apex overall, as the lead designer for weapons and loot
Hmm.
with Apex Legends, how often are adjustments made and new weapons made available to the game?
We make adjustments to weapons every season and every half season patch that we do. So we're always trying to find, new metas for players to express themselves in, give weapons that maybe weren't in the spotlight a chance to shine. So we're always looking to make the game fresh and exciting, something for players to come back to and experience. So it's not just the same game all the time. So
Okay.
we're making updates to weapons all the time. We don't release new weapons as often anymore. When we were a little younger as a game, we were releasing weapons all the time. Like every
Mhm.
season, we would release a weapon. And there was a good point to that. Like we were trying to fill out the roster, and we had clear gaps that we were trying to fill, and gameplay that we were trying to provide for players, and we did that. we satisfied a lot of the goals that we had tried to set out to accomplish on the weapons team. And as such, we didn't feel like it was super necessary to keep piling weapons on
Okay.
when we have opportunities to go back and look at the weapons that we actually have and continue to iterate on them and continue to make them exciting. There's a lot of space within those weapons that already exist. So it's not because we don't have good ideas for weapons. It's actually because the ecosystem of the weapons is quite healthy at the moment. And it's not always the right thing to just slam a new gun in the game. Sometimes it can be way more impactful to take a gun that was falling off, or maybe a gun that was frustrating or annoying in some capacity, and to take a look at those features of it and make that a healthier weapon in the sandbox.
Okay, awesome. And so, okay, so now knowing that new weapons aren't added in as often as they once were, what are some core tenets and beliefs that you and your team have when making design changes and making adjustments to the current weapons? And for example, like if you guys possibly sunset weapons or cycle out old weapons and bring in new one, what is some core tenets for when you guys make these decisions?
Oh, excellent question. We are never going to sunset weapons. Like
Okay.
the most we'll do in terms of sunsetting something is putting it in the care package, putting it in some sort of rotation where it's like only accessible in a limited capacity or something like that. But we have no interest in turning off weapons
Okay.
fully. Like I was saying earlier, each weapon does something to our loot pool and provides a specific type of gameplay within that space that they own. So turning them off isn't really something that we've ever considered.
Okay.
But when we're making changes to weapons, there's so many factors come into play. We listen to the community. We're on Reddit, we're on Twitter, we're trying to scrape socials to find where the common thoughts and the common experiences people are having with these weapons or these different loot items. And we use that with our own experiences, with just raw data. We've got buckets and mountains of data that we sift through to try to find out, using that data, find out what's the healthiest, iterations and what needs to come up, what needs to come down. And then the history, right? I've been doing this for a long time, so I have a pretty good idea of like where things have been over the last 5 years in the meta, and when is it time to bring something up? When has something been in the meta for too long, and we need to pull it down so that other things have a chance to breathe? It's important that every gun gets the respect that each weapon has, and we're not just like favoring a specific type of weapon or favoring a specific weapon in itself, and that each weapon has a chance and an opportunity to be relevant at maybe various phases of a game, but at some point, each weapon has a purpose and has a reason that it exists in there. And so we're just trying to keep pushing and pulling within each of those individual spaces to make it exciting within what we think the weapon should be capable of achieving.
Now, okay, because thank you. That's awesome. So once again, it's the global series. Global's not just, something you say. This is truly a global experience.
Yeah.
How do you continue to balance weapons across casual play for such a popular game and for why we're here today in competitive play?
It's incredibly difficult, and you never win at all. You can't ever make a gun that's perfect for pros and like super casual players. But that's why we have so many guns, because, like I'm saying, guns have purposes, and sometimes some of those purposes are to be an approachable weapon for maybe new players to get them, invested in the game, and they can find success with some of the easier to use weapons, and then that provides a sense of mastery and then an opportunity to transition to maybe some of the more difficult weapons to use, some of the weapons you're seeing like in ALGS today, right? The Havoc is not a particularly easy gun to run for a lot of new players, but we're seeing it everywhere here today because once you use it for a really long period of time, you generate lots of mastery with it, and then you can play into its weaknesses or its strengths and make it work for you in the various situations, whether you have a turbo, whether you don't, whether you've got all of those bullets in that 36 mag. It's like, so yeah, when we're making decisions about whether a gun needs to get nerfed because it's being too powerful it's too powerful in the pros hands, or it's too weak in the casuals hands, we take a look at that history. Like, is it okay that this gun is popping off right now in the top end? It hasn't for a long time, so maybe that's okay for a while, and then if it goes on for too long, then we'll take a look at it and we'll make sure something else comes up, because we don't want the game to feel stale. It's okay for guns to be strong, it's okay for guns to be weak. That ebb and flow of the meta is what keeps the game feeling fresh and exciting. And like, again, there's something for you to come back and experience. Oh, I didn't, well, the Hemlock is super meta now. That's crazy. It was not for a very long time, right? And so now it's a fun opportunity to feel good about using these guns that maybe you hadn't used before. And yeah, it's a live game. It's going to go on for a long time. And so as that timeline, progresses, we want it to feel fun and exciting. Again, for each of these weapons to have that time to shine.
Now, for ALGS, are there any adjustments made for the weapon selection? Because once again, I'm talking for the newbies, people like me. I'm mainly asking for myself. Are any specific adjustments made to make today happen in terms of weapons and loot?
For the weapons, no. We make no adjustments to the weapon pool or the weapon tuning or anything like that for ALGS. They're playing what we're all playing at home.
Okay.
There are a couple of edits that we do to the loot pool in general for ALGS. So we don't spawn heat shields in ALGS, so no heat shields. It's something that we haven't ever really done. Something that we're always thinking about, looking at, monitoring, seeing, hey, is this the time to bring heat shields back into the game? So it's not like a forever decision, but as it progresses, we'll keep asking that question, validating whether or not it's a healthy place in ALGS. If it provides good watchable gameplay, or if it isn't as fun to watch because people are camping in the ring, like that's the reason why we don't have it on. We want to provide a high-paced, fun experience for players and viewers. So yeah, we make a couple of minor edits just for that and competitive integrity, but we're not out to make a totally new loot pool or anything for ALGS, and we're always striving to see if we can get that heat shield back in so that we can get parity between ALGS and what we're all playing.
Okay, awesome. Now, I seen in a previous interview, you ranked your favorite weapon in Apex Legends. Okay. Now,
what did I rank?
Look, so I'm a pistol and marksman rifle guy across other games that I play. Now, in this interview, I seen that you said the Wingman is your favorite gun. It was your S tier gun.
Yeah, in style and fun and just like general, I like this gun. It wasn't like a powered tier list. I'm not going to tell you what I think the strongest weapons are in the game. But I love the Wingman and I love what it does to the game. And I think it's an excellent weapon in our loot pool.
Okay, awesome sauce. Look, I'm not gonna press any further with that. But okay, so in in the end, right? Where do you see the future of Legends, and where do you see Apex Legends Global Series going in the future? Because we're clear. What are we? 20 seasons in, getting ready for 21 seasons. So where do you see Apex Legends? What does the future look like to you?
Bright. I mean, honestly, over these 20 seasons, the fan base has grown, the passion for Apex has grown. Every time I come to one of these events, it's the excitement and passion in the air is palpable. It is a wild experience to see people celebrating and playing with the work that myself and my teams we all do back at the office. It's it's unreal. It's unreal to see that, and so to be a part of that and to see how it's grown, I can only expect that we're going to continue to grow and ride that wave and that momentum into the future. Like Apex's future is bright. It's a super fun game. We're always making updates to it. We're trying to make really good updates, updates that players want and that players are expecting that give them the gameplay that they're hungry for. Like we're trying to listen. We're there. We're on socials. We're hearing you. So if we can, keep our ear to the floor and listen to what players are asking for and make meaningful updates and impactful meta changes, yeah, I think it's bright, and I think ALGS will follow suit. ALGS is getting more exciting, and the production quality is going up every single event. The observers are amazing. The organization staff is wonderful. And they invite me to do all these cool interviews and escort me around, and we have an awesome time talking about the game and just yeah, it's awesome. The game is awesome. These events are awesome, and I think the future is really bright for ALGS and Apex.
Awesome. You know what? I want to say once again, thank you so much for taking this time to sit down with me and LV1 Gaming. Truly appreciate you. This has been an awesome experience, and this has been a great interview. So I'm Baron J67, and once again, we have,
Eric Canavies.
and this has been an awesome interview at Apex Legends Global Series. Much love and peace.